Yeah.
If you follow behind him and you have anything less than 44-inch tires, you're just going to high center.
I will go
don't give a
right.
shit
I tell
what
you
the
what,
bike is.
we'll make a standing order right now.
Not
You
necessarily.
go in the hole, I'll go right behind you. You come right
You
behind
could float.
me. We'll both be out the back.
You could
And he'll
float.
be
He
in the
could. I
hole.
mean, those tires are heavy. He could.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We'll let John go first. I'll follow right behind him. You follow right behind me. We'll turn around and pull your ass out, and we'll go to the next hole.
I'll let you go first.
Anybody wants to come out and see this Polaris pull y'all out?
So we're talking about people coming out.
February the what?
February.
And girls, side-by-side riders of all sizes. We are back with the Outlaw Way podcast. Tyler is absent. He is at a fishing tournament, but we have found his replacement. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Cheeto. I got the boss. I got Nacho, and we have Miss Brittany from Thumper Fab
Hello.
at the other end of the couch.
Hello, Brittany.
Hello. Hello. How are y'all?
We're doing great now that everybody showed up and is ready. We're only 3 hours behind schedule.
So if you're a side-by-side rider, if you're an ATV
always
rider,
3
and you
hours
don't know
behind
who
schedule.
Thumper Fab is, you need to go look it up. You need to do some research. Best bumpers, roof racks, rock rails in the business. They make a bunch of other products. We're going to dig into it, but
I'll tell you,
why
you
don't
know why I
you
like
a story?
Thumper. Yeah, so the only reason I really like them, they got great products, but the story of how they started is the reason I really like them.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
it's
and
pretty
so Thumper Fab is, Thumper. So my man Jeff, he started the business by chasing down jackrabbits.
He worked in an
Hunting
oil field,
jackrabbits, yeah.
and he was on his porch, saw somebody spotlighting his land.
Somebody field or something. He was out there shooting jackrabbits. This man,
Not shooting.
No, you can't shoot him.
you can't
catching
catching
them.
them. Yeah, what?
He was shooting a bullet between their ears, which made him go into shock where he could grab them.
Yeah, so they're out there sharp shooting over the
Nothing.
top of
Yeah.
rabbits to disorient them, to catch rabbits, to sell the rabbits. And what did he build? Like a whole entire crew team set up of everything of professional rabbit catchers?
Selling
Right. So,
thousands
Brittany, how many
of rabbits a
employees
week.
do you have?
Right now we have a little over probably 60.
So 60 employees.
Full
The
time.
facility's what? 100,000 square feet?
That's huge.
It's
Yeah,
big.
it's-
Millions of dollars worth of equipment.
Millions
All
of dollars
because
worth
he
of
caught some
robots and
rabbits.
everything else. So
Because of Thumper.
if you break it down on the facility size, the amount of equipment that's inside of it, the number of employees, and just factor in, kind of guess at what his overhead is, how many fucking rabbits do you got to catch?
How many rabbits do you have?
So this thing was
Apparently-
getting it, son.
Apparently, they were selling the rabbits to the people that train greyhound dogs.
for
Yeah.
the race dogs. And
Yeah.
it's crazy to me. But he built these LED light roofs and all this kind of stuff because he just needed a product that worked good for him to catch more rabbits. And that turned into him selling whole entire audio 360 LED bar light roofs just because he needed them to catch fucking rabbits.
Thumper. That's where the name
Thumper, I mean, any man that can just come up to you straight faced and say, yeah, I caught rabbits for a living. Now, I got a multi-million-dollar facility. I have a huge
Oh, you
business
gotta
in
respect
there.
it. Oh, you
Because
gotta-
you're like, no, that's some off the wall shit right there.
But I'm still trying to picture Jeff
he's a big
running
man.
through a field
He's a big man.
Now,
trying to
Jeff,
catch a fucking rabbit.
Jeff had
They were on
people-
side by sides.
Jeff had people run after the rabbits.
But he had to start
Oh, no.
himself. He had to start by himself.
Yeah. Jeff started by himself.
So at that point, what did he weigh? 175 or something? And we missed it? Or
This was before he hit his growth spurt and he's 6'4".
He's always been big, I think.
He's a big
Brittany,
dude.
just a reminder. This is not only on Apple Music and all that good stuff. It's actually on YouTube, so people can see your facial expressions. So,
Oh, stay cautious. Stay cautious.
Yeah. Please disclose Brittany's
facial expression when Chip
She does
said
not
that
need
Jeff was
Norma.
175.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying, like,
Oh, no.
maybe-
He's always been big.
Maybe, I don't know how many years ago it was when he started this shit. Maybe it was a little
I
lighter.
say like 25 years or something. It's been a while.
The man, like 6'5".
He's a big man.
He's a big man.
And I mean, to walk into a bar after a long day of catching rabbits and to talk to a girl in there, I just want to know how he met his wife. Like, yeah, I catch rabbits on girl. Like I want to see how that played out. You know,
I guarantee you, his wife had a Yosemite Sam tattoo. That's what it was. She was already enamored by the rabbits.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Pretty cool.
But it is pretty cool, you know, to think about a business is just in general that can start from something like that.
But speaking of rabbits, did Thumper ever get a Thumper?
No, we never got.
See, I don't know
Thumper.
why you don't have a rabbit mascot.
I mean, like,
So I think we need to
huge
pitch
video
this to the fans out there.
Yeah,
We got to figure out a way
to get them
to
a rabbit.
get a rabbit.
I
Not
need a
just no
live Thumper.
regular ass rabbit.
We
We
want
need
them
a
big
jack
ass
rabbit.
rabbits.
We need a big ass jack rabbit thumping rabbit
Yeah.
to bounce around Thumper.
One of them 40-pound rabbits.
Yes.
Oh yeah. What if
No, they're like 70 and 80.
Yeah,
Yeah, them
really-
huge fucking
Yes.
rabbits.
a rabbit that needs a
Yeah.
fucking harness.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we need.
That like if it went rogue, he could
So if we
take out
got
a
any
motherfucker.
pet store owners, if we got any wildlife people, or
Surely
just a
somebody-
fan, somebody, we
Surely
got to get
somebody
Thumper,
that listens
the rabbit.
raises these big.
Yes,
fucking
we
rabbits.
got to get him a mascot.
We'll
Yeah,
take
like
a
if you-
ditch rabbit.
If you stand these rabbits on their back legs, they're like 3 foot tall.
They're huge.
They're
so
huge.
If
So it's the
anybody's
kangaroo
listening to
rabbits.
this-
We need the fucking kangaroo rabbits.
Exactly. If anybody's listening to this and you're driving down the fucking road and during this podcast you happen to look over and see a fucking rabbit in the ditch,
Catch
Get
it.
catch that motherfucker.
We need food too.
If you don't know how to catch it,
And
what's the
per-
number to Thumper?
Per Jeff's story,
We need
you
the number
shoot
to
a
Jeff's
22
office.
caliber
Yeah.
round between his ears and his ear flaps close where he can't hear.
They roll.
Then you shine a light in his eyes so
And
he can't
blind him,
see, and then
And you
walk
yank
up and
his
pick him
ass up.
It's like the ultimate.
And you got to do this simultaneously.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
the
He said he
ultimate form
got
of
so
spotlighting.
good that he was hitting targets moving like 50 on a truck or something. Like, I don't remember what he said. But
Yeah. Didn't he tell us he was getting hundreds
Hundreds.
of rabbits
Yes.
a
a
night?
night.
Yes.
A fucking night.
I think he said they was catching between 300 and 500 rabbits a night.
I mean, can you just fucking
after a little
imagine
while,
that?
when he first started, he said he couldn't hit a rabbit, couldn't get one for his life. He didn't
Yeah.
know when he was going to catch his first one.
Yeah.
But after that, it started snowballing. But
I mean, that's just crazy to me because I mean, think about how many nights they were fucking hauling ass across the field, chasing a rabbit, and they get a pothole and slung Jeff's house out the back.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you know it had to happen at least once.
Yeah.
Because I get slung out of my own shit and I'm driving, I didn't even hit a pothole. I just turned too hard.
Yeah.
Much less
So-
chasing rabbits.
So on their products, my first introduction to Thumper Fab was a roof for my side-by-side on the ranch. So I got online digging around and found the roof. Had light bars all the way around it. It's metal. You can stand on it. So I can actually use my side-by-side
my
on the
big
ranch,
thing.
pull it underneath something, stand on top of it to work on something.
and it's not just the
I can load
verbiage or
shit up
selling
there.
points. We
Yeah.
have been at multiple shows, multiple rides with them, level 1, 2, all the way up level 5.
Level 5.
You
baby.
literally can stand on these. We've had multiple grown ass men standing on it at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
These are some
'Cause
strong
I
fucking
took-
roofs.
Yeah,
Yes.
at the rides now, we put 3 or 4 lawn chairs up there. We've had people standing up there taking photos,
Watching
pictures.
events.
John
watching
had
the
like
races.
8 people on the top of his throwing T-shirts.
Yeah, my springs still hadn't recovered from that.
The springs on his
I remember
there we
that.
go.
I
The
remember
springs
that.
on his bike broke, and the fucking roof didn't bend a quarter of an inch.
That's what I like though, because you know most side by side roofs, anything like that you're gonna get is gonna be fucking plastic, and that sucks, you know.
It
Because
does.
I have audio roofs on most of my stuff, and when you get a crack in the top, well, fucking a light misting rain just fried your amp and everything up there.
It's gone.
That fucking metal roof, boy, shit.
It
I'm gonna
don't
tell you,
budge.
the
Well, I
Thumper roofs
thought-
are so sealed, they're sealed so good. I moved all my lighting controls up into the roof.
Yeah.
So now nothing can get
Yeah.
wet.
All my connections, all my boxes, control modules, everything, I put it inside the Thumper roof. That way, when we're going through that last ride, me and you both ended up in water that was running over our dash.
Yep.
So,
Gotta
putting
get
all
bigger
the-
tires,
That's John's fucking fault right there.
Don't-
Wasn't
don't
there like a
follow
giant
me.
flask floating somewhere?
There was
The
a giant
flask, the
floating out of his
chips,
My fucking Sour
Chips,
Patch
whiskey.
Kids, everything's
There
good.
were Sour
Chips,
Patch Kids
whiskey
everywhere.
Chip's whiskey flask was literally 200 yards down the
Down river, whatever the fuck that was.
So I
Somebody
back out
came
of the
walking
hole.
back with it.
I back out of the hole that this one here, and if you're not watching, I'm pointing, but the boss there,
oh,
you can make it.
yeah.
well,
Fuck.
So I
made
back
it.
out the bitch, right? And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm just going to go around it. Then he's like, grabs 4 or 5 people, you and Ricky and a few other people, and
Oh, yeah,
jumps
we're
on the
gonna
side
help
of the bike and says, go again. You just need a little bit more weight.
Yeah, we're trying to hold you down.
So now we're gonna take a bath again,
Yeah.
lose the rest of the
But
Sour Patch
we
Kids.
was willing to hang on the back of your
Yeah,
South
Have you
Side.
seen the video?
That's brothers right
Have you
there.
seen the video?
Yeah, I got the video everywhere.
Y'all were standing on the side of it, looking at each other, laughing at the fact that I drove in the same fucking hole again.
I thought
There
y'all were
wasn't no
water
help.
wheeling. Were you not trying to water wheel it?
we're trying to do anything
We
we
was trying to do
could.
anything we could. But
Turns
turns
out
out,
make the bitch go through the hole.
turns out that it was floating.
Yeah.
I wasn't touching the bottom.
Have you seen the video yourself?
For some reason, when the water got on Chip's neck, he would back up.
It
Yeah.
wasn't the fact
Keep
to back it
going.
up. It was
Keep going.
Yeah.
I was hammering on it. John was like,
the water don't taste too bad. Just keep
Yeah.
I
going.
mean, so
I don't
I'll
know.
go through it
Pretty.
this time, though. I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah, you got it this time, maybe. I'll let me go through first again.
Oh yeah, we done put
Please.
the portals on. We done
Uh,
lifted both bikes up a little more.
I'll tell you what, though. We do put our shit through hell. I remember, what was it?
I think that's one of the appeals to Team Outlaw on the riding side is they know we ride them.
yeah, I'm like
Like,
30
I'll send
seconds
the
from
bitch.
totaling my shit out 90% of the time.
I'll send the
Yeah.
bitch. It's got
Yeah.
insurance, and I want a new one anyway.
Yeah, I fucking what was it? The ride before that, I have one of the Thumper bumpers on my rear. I do hit a tree full speed reverse to doing 20.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out.
We were
That motherfucker took it like a champ.
we were
baby.
at the car wash bending it back with another bike, but
Yeah.
it bent right
Yeah.
back.
Bent right back. Shit, I didn't lose my tail light. Didn't lose my bed. Nothing like that.
Now
I mean-
Nacho, he changed the whole like degree that Thumper was supposed to have the bumpers at. He got his at like a
Yeah, we
48
ride the,
degree.
we ride
lean
the shit
front.
out of these things. I'm telling you, boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we ride them. We use them.
They
We
got
know
that
the
right.
products.
Got that right. I think my wife, we just put the level 5 roof on hers. We did a whole bunch of stuff to her side by side. Really decked it the fuck out.
New product.
Yeah, new product just came out with a level 5 Defender roof.
New product.
So tell
But,
us about that new product, Brittany, because I saw that product a year ago at NRA, I believe.
Yeah, they had it on the
That was for
Polaris
the
Ranger
Ranger. Crew.
4-seater. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the steps, my wife, the number one thing that she likes on her whole entire side by side is the fucking steps on the side so she can get in and out of
Yeah.
it. That's like her number one thing.
Yeah, I have to agree with her on that. I have them on my machine, and just getting out instead of stepping down in a water hole.
Yeah.
Not only that, they're going to protect your entire machine. If you do come to your side, nothing's going to scrape up against it. Get all your doors all messed up. I mean, they're probably my
Yeah, see, Brittany
most-
don't ride her shit because I got steps on mine and
Brittany
my shit
rides around
scratched.
looking pretty. She
My
don't.
shit is scratched.
She
What
waxed it
colors did
up.
you just paint your bike?
Oh, well, here we go.
What-
Turquoise and purple.
Turquoise and purple.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ain't no little sparkles here and there.
And then polished JTX rims. Your
Hey, I
your
keep
show
it
bike's
clean.
stunting out there.
they are. I have stunt. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta love
It
it.
needs a Team Outlaw sticker on
I'm
it.
telling you, I keep trying to
It-
get her to put one on there.
Hold on,
but-
timeout.
Huh?
Obviously, y'all don't pay attention because it says Outlaw Way on the back of the tailgate.
Yeah, that's
Where?
not Team Outlaw. Outlaw Way is the Outlaw Way, and Team Outlaw is Team Outlaw. I mean, peanut butter's peanut butter and jelly's jelly. They ain't
Yeah.
the same two fucking
You
things.
got crunchy,
Well, I
not
guess I
creamy
need the
peanut
damn
butter.
bread, and I need another
Yeah,
Outlaw
I thought
sticker.
I thought you were painting your tailgate.
Yeah,
They didn't paint it.
It's under construction.
Still?
Yeah.
But it
Story
wasn't
of my
painted
life.
at the show. They painted it when she took me
She's
over to
rolling
look at
it.
it.
She just told us she's going tonight to pick up a new bike.
I am.
Well, yeah, but she'll have both.
So that one needs to be Team Outlawed out.
Hey, that's
that
a
one,
limited
you know what?
too.
That needs to be the Team Outlaw
We could
bike.
do that.
Yes.
That I mean,
But we go to the show and where were we at? We were in
Hot Springs.
Hot Springs
OPE.
at the OPE.
Off-road product section.
And she was excited. Bike's been painted and all this. We go and we're looking at it. I don't know who the painter was. I mean, I'm not getting in his business, but he painted it off of the theme, like from the factory. So you know how
Yeah,
Can-Am
yeah.
and Polaris do, where they leave certain parts black and
Black
paint
is
certain
black,
parts?
blue is blue, shit like
They
that.
painted the parts that would have been decaled, and they left the black factory parts black.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's not
You need more
kind
colors.
of the concept here.
Construction.
Oh, yeah, get done
So-
eventually.
It's a process, Chip.
Process.
Well, the process, and if they're listening, you've already mixed the fucking paint. You already got the gun in your hand,
yeah.
and you want to not paint a 4-inch by 36-inch tailgate so that you can come back later and do that, and
Yeah,
get
I'll
more
tell you what.
paint.
I just don't understand the paint. It's my side by side. We all wrapped ours.
Yeah.
You wrapped yours. Superior Graphics is what we used to wrap all our shit. You
Shout out to
painted
Kyle
yours.
and Eric.
Yeah, that's
Automotive paint.
automotive. And that's crazy to me.
Yeah, why was that the decision?
Why?
Do you know how much we go through limbs and shit?
That's
Just
what I'm
to
saying.
Scratch it up.
Yeah,
See,
but
the
your
wrap
wrap's
has
going to get scratched
well,
up easy.
The
Yeah.
wrap is laminated and has it protected on top,
And I can change that bitch out.
and
Yeah.
we can swap out pieces easily, cheaper. When you paint it and scratch it, that bitch has got to be buffed, bondoed, primered, like
It's got to
all
be
the way back
repainted.
through.
It's got to be
Repainted.
repainted.
That's when I just changed the whole bike up again. You got to keep them wondering. what's
Oh.
next.
Every ride,
I'm sorry.
every
I'm
ride, she's
sorry.
going to change.
I
the
didn't
bike.
know that we were on the unlimited money couch in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I want the wrap because
I got in the wrong conversation with the wrong
construction.
wallet.
Yeah.
Never know what's coming next. It might be yellow next week.
So you're going to Georgia tonight
I leave at midnight from Texas.
to go pick up what?
A Can-Am Defender.
Oh, but hold
HD10.
back up.
Y'all
Pick
got
up
to
a
Oh,
what?
I know
understand.
where this is
We're
going.
picking up a what?
I know where this is going.
Brittany
What
has 100% been on Team Polaris with me, and all of a sudden
I have.
she's going to roll up in here with a Can-Am.
Yeah,
Because
all
she
of a
randomly
sudden she
figured
woke the
out.
fuck up.
She finally figured it out.
I think she finally run out of fucking money.
No, but you heard John. You heard John say stunting. So
Yeah.
that's still a Polaris.
you got to be something.
That one's still a Polaris. So I got the best of both worlds now.
I
Dude,
can wax a
dude.
piece of shit. It's still a piece of shit.
That's exactly why I said she shouldn't have bought the Can-Am.
I'll let you drive it and you can tell.
See there, as soon as he
We'll
drives
try
that
that.
Can-Am, he's going to switch.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already
gonna
done
fucking
it.
switch.
He's
Hey,
already
I
drove
can hook
mine.
you up with my buddy in
I have-
Georgia,
I have rode the shit out of Cheetos
Yeah.
Can-Am.
but it's not a
It-
limited.
But it's
It
not a
does-
limited.
It does not. It is not. We have had to go to Shane with TCP.
Yeah.
And upgrade every fucking thing on his bike.
Yeah, because he
Because
rides
from
for
I
it.
ride the
No,
shit out of
He
it.
rides the shit
It's
out of it.
because we go down the same trails.
Yeah, you go left, he goes through the hole.
No.
This last
Go
Go
ride,
back through the video.
Did you
This
go through the
last
hole that he
ride.
went through,
Yes.
this last ride,
where his neck was like in the water?
No.
He went through it the first day, maybe.
Yeah.
this
I
last
did go through
ride,
it the first
Not
day.
the third day.
the
The
last
third
ride,
day, his fucking rails was
the
on the
last ride at River Run.
Yeah.
He started hitting holes. Before that, the previous River Run, when we went to Muddy Bottoms for the photo shoot, all that stuff, he went around the holes. Something happened in between the second to last and the last ride where he said,
The only
"Fuck it,
time I
I'm going in
didn't
the
hit
hole."
the only time I didn't hit holes is when I had regular
28-inch
all-terrain
tires.
all-terrain tires on the bike. I didn't even have mud tires
It
on.
was
It's
just
for
a
my
Polaris.
wrench.
You have a winch.
It's for no, I
But
don't.
it's a Polaris.
They
There's
do.
no winch.
It's
I
a
gave you a life
Polaris.
jacket. You had a life
I
jacket.
had a life
You were
jacket.
fucking fine.
It's a Polaris. It's
Oh, it would
it's
have went.
supposed to-
I didn't want to get my ass wet. If you want to boil it all down,
Oh, we
Did
got-
you not
we
have
got-
waders?
We do now.
So
We
the
didn't need it.
waders were that's the
That
difference.
was maybe that's
He had
what it
we
waders
did
on.
not have waders. We
Yeah.
didn't. I wasn't set up for it.
So like I said, we're on the money
So-
couch here.
So
Oh,
just
yeah.
a fun fact: anytime you go to like a big ride, and there's 3, 4, 5,000 people out there, those holes change every
Couple of hours.
couple of
Oh.
probably 30, 40
Oh yeah,
minutes.
because I went through
Yeah.
that same hole twice. Either
No
the
problem.
day before or the day before and a couple hours before we went through it that time.
Yep.
And it was the third time. Third time I couldn't hit the bottom.
So
Yeah.
most everybody knows all of my stuff was set up to work on the ranch.
Yeah, kiss
And my
cows in the
bike
mouth.
was built for that. Feeding
My
cows,
bike was
all
at
that.
the deer lease.
We take
Like
that bike. Your bike's never been at the deer lease. That bike hasn't.
that bike spent all last year at the deer lease with a different wrap on it and put 7 deer in my freezer on factory tires that I
And
went through
that
every
bike-
mud hole.
That bike did not go to a mud ride until it went to High Lifter and Thumper Fab and got.
When he called and said we're
Dumped
going
out.
to the mud ride, we're getting in UTVs, I pulled it off the
I
damn.
am an
bucket list.
instigator, and I enjoy instigating.
You've instigated.
I have.
I turned down.
Seen that?
I
Yeah.
turned down a
Seen that.
limited. Like I talked myself out of a limited because I didn't need leather and all that shit to hunt with.
Yeah.
If I would have known then that
What
we
I
were
know
doing
now.
this, if I would have Toby Keith at that point,
Yeah.
I'd have had a fucking limited then. But I'm finna go buy one now, so don't worry about
So
it.
just to
I
add
got
to this, while I'm speaking of the ranch, we're talking about more about Thumper products. On my ranch, I also have a Kawasaki mule, which is used to feed cows, all that stuff. Everybody out there makes products for the Can-Am, the Polaris Ranger, the Defender, yada, yada, yada.
Because they're the best.
But I was able to buy a Thumper roof for the Kawasaki mule. When it come in, that was the first roof I bought. It's all metal. We put it on. I thought, okay, this is going to be some kind of generic. It's going to halfway fit. We'll have to build some brackets. The roof came in. We had it on the bike in 20 minutes. It mounted directly up. So I was impressed that the products actually fit the bikes that aren't sold like the Can-Ams
Oh,
and
yeah.
Defenders. That impressed me.
It wasn't
We
drop
have-
ship from China. It was.
We also have the tracker from Bass Pro Shops.
Which how did
we
that
came
come
in-
about?
We
Out of
came
the
in and put
Kawasaki mule, the
Because there's
The
different purposes
Yamaha,
for different bikes.
all that. But why pick the tracker?
There's different purposes for different bikes.
Bass
You
Pro
want to go
Shop.
hunting, you
Mountain
want
bike.
the tracker bike is absolutely the quietest side by side on the market, hands down. It is completely quiet. It's an 800. It is.
We're giving it away.
It
We're
is
giving one
forward.
away, and it's a really nice side by side. And I'm not going to say anything negative about it.
It's a hunting
Very
rig.
nice.
It's a hunting rig.
It's
It's
a hunting
made
rig.
for
It's
hunting.
an awesome.
It works really
bike.
good in the neighborhoods where people.
It
ride
works
around,
very
go to
good
the
going to
golf
check your
course,
mail in the
whatever.
neighborhood. You are
Yeah.
It's a
correct.
really nice bike, but the point to what I'm trying to say here is all of the Thumper products fit these secondary bikes.
Bolt up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody wants to
Those
make
Thumper
stuff.
products raise the value of that tracker.
Yeah, they did.
I'm telling you.
Everybody wants to make
Shit.
products for the Defender Can-Am, but a Kawasaki Mule, Tracker 800 SX Crew,
Just the off the wall stuff.
yeah, the off-the-wall stuff
Yeah.
that it's still 100% bolted up right, 100%.
So, what are all
works.
the manufacturers that Thumper offers products for, Brittany?
Kawasaki, Honda, Can-Am, Polaris, and there's a few more that's in the works right now.
Yeah, y'all going to do a CF Moto? I keep seeing the CF Motos coming into the scene. Like,
It is.
I got a lot of buddies that have gotten rid of their Polaris or Can-Am
So,
and
who
got
does
money
CF
for
Moto?
it.
They're by themselves.
I don't
standalone?
know. I don't know who sells CF Moto, but they're like they got a
They're
lot of
coming
people.
They selling
They're
CF
coming
Moto
up
up here at High
fast.
Cycle.
I see a
Cool.
lot more products
And,
being made.
What
Yeah.
I've noticed is that's the first time I saw them was here locally at the dealership.
Yeah.
And they kind of look like a Can-Am when you first like glance, and then you realize it's not. But then when you go over and look at it, they're half the price.
Half the price.
And they have everything that you would need. I don't know what the performance and all that stuff is, but from the looks of it,
Yeah.
you know, it's got everything you need. So maybe
They're
coming
coming
up in
they're
the
up and
industry.
coming because I got
Yeah.
a lot of buddies that are buying CF Motos and selling their Polaris and Can-Ams to get the money back out of them because they can buy a CF Moto for half the price and then use the money they made on the bike they sold
to accessorize.
to accessorize their CF Motos and still have money in their pocket at the end of the day. And honestly, you know, when we go to rides, we do ride a lot. We ride the whole time. But at the same time, we still do sit around, hang out, have a drink, watch people go through bounty holes and stuff like that. I mean, just the comfort of them.
And there's
just about the
companies
same.
that's already
Yeah.
manufacturing products for the CF Moto.
Yeah, I think not only
Yeah, I'm a
y'all are going
Can-Am
to have
guy.
stuff with them, but I mean, I think I've seen a couple suspension companies coming
Mhm.
out with stuff. I mean, obviously you can get tires, rims, portals for anything
Right.
these
Well,
days.
we're talking about suspensions. Thumper just released long travel, right?
Long travel and boxed front forward arched A-arm.
Yeah, I like them box storms because it's a
for
little
the
different.
Defender.
Defender and Polaris.
Yeah,
Well, the Polaris has already been out.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. The Defender box.
That's not new.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause, I mean, obviously, Polaris is the first to get everything because they're the number one bike.
well, just because
So
of the
just wanna
whining.
make
Because
that
they
point.
bitch the most.
Yeah.
They
I wanna
put it
make
out
that
to their
point.
customer base first
But-
because their customer base is a lot.
I mean,
like
I've had
you.
The Defender front forward boxed arched A-arms just released.
Yeah, I do like the look of box storms on side by sides because, you know, pretty much everybody's is tubed.
Yep.
Which is fine, you know, whatever. That's the normal. That's what comes stock on it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the box storm just gives stuff a little bit different of a look.
To me,
you know?
the long
tougher to make.
when I first
It's
saw the
tougher.
long travel,
Mhm.
that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I got long travel, and it was nice. We went to the rides.
Mhm.
It's not for the mud, in my opinion.
No.
The
It is
long
a
travel
great
is more
trail.
for trail and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're going to get in these big ass mud holes, you got to have a lift.
Yeah.
You got to go up.
Yeah, got to go up. But I
Mm.
mean, at the same time, like a long travel stacked with any kind of portal,
Oh,
I mean, that's a game changer.
that's what's on mine
Absolutely.
now. Pretty
The por-
much.
When people started coming out a couple years back with the portal gear lifts that automatically reduces the gear ratio and gives you height immediately, that shit right there changed the game like no other. Everybody and their mama that is mud riding pretty much has a set of portals, wants a set of portals, or is going to get a set of portals.
After this OPE show this last weekend,
Yeah.
Our fan base, and we have different ages here. The truck industry and the accessories, sometime around early 2000s, 2004, 2005, somewhere in there, it really started to blow up, where you really had all these different companies with bumpers and all this different stuff. And it's still growing, but it's been running for years.
Mhm.
After the OPE show this weekend and talking to people and all the people being there and getting in these discussions this side-by-side industry is just now gaining steam.
Yeah, I mean, you can get
And there's a
anything
long
now.
road that I think that we're fixing to be on.
Yeah.
And
a
mud
hell of a
rides
ride.
they're going to be it, man. I don't really see anybody having a trail ride or I mean, out west they're doing the desert
in
stuff.
the rocks and the mountains and stuff. Trails will always be a big thing.
But this mud ride thing is it's fixing.
I mean, and they're huge. I mean, we're going to Muddy Graw at Muddy Bottoms February 9th through the 13th coming up. And
Sabine
always a
ATV
big
Park
ride.
in
And
Burkeville,
anybody
Texas.
that wants to come out and see, now that I've actually finished building my bike and wants to see
You're
how
not
this
finished
Polaris
yet, sir. You're still on
Ranger,
32.
how this Polaris, the tires are coming, how the Polaris Ranger goes around these defenders.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you go around me, it's because I'm stuck in the hole on 44s. If you
Well,
outride me on
The
35,
only reason,
If you go
The
around
only
me, my
reason-
fucking wife is driving.
the
That's
only
what's going
reason
on
you
over
can
here.
go
I'm gonna
through
tell you right
stuff
now.
I can't
Yeah.
is because when you create
You're gonna be
30
saying a
inch
lot of
deep
that.
ruts.
I can't.
hey,
I can't. I can't.
What size tires on your bike?
I can't.
44-inch Magnum.
44-inch tires.
Yeah.
If you follow behind him and you have anything less than 44-inch tires, you're just gonna high center.
I will go
don't give a
right-
shit
I tell
what
you
the
what.
bike is.
We'll make a standing order right now.
Not
You
necessarily.
go in the hole, I'll go right behind you. You come right
You
behind
could
me.
float.
We'll both be out the
You can
back.
float.
You could
And he'll
float.
be
He
in the
could. I
hole.
mean, those tires are heavy. He could.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Hey,
We'll let John go first. I'll follow right behind him. You follow right behind me. We'll turn around and pull your ass out. And we'll go to the next hole.
I'll let you go first.
Anybody wants to come out and see this Polaris pull y'all out?
So
they're
we're talking
welcome.
about people coming out.
February the what?
February 9th through the 13th, or February 9th through 12th, actually.
February 9th through 12th.
Muddy Graw, Muddy Bottoms, Sarepta, Louisiana. It's going to be a great ride. Not only that, we will also be Mud Nationals, Sabine Park, down in
Back in
Texas.
Texas.
Burkeville, Texas.
Back in Texas.
Back in Texas.
Back in Texas.
Mud Nationals is coming back to Texas.
It's
We're going to be
the
down there.
16th, 17th, 18th, 19th.
Something like that.
Of
Yeah, it's that
March.
weekend.
What
of
of
March.
those events are we actually taking our merch trailer?
Both.
So both events will have the merch trailer there. All our merchandise there for sale.
If we
Ricky
if,
the Balls.
if we have time to load this son of a bitch. 'Cause I don't know if you looked at the schedule, but by God,
Oh, it's going to be
we gotta have a driver at some point that like takes
just take shit somewhere.
Just take it and drop it off.
Like when you use that Ford Ranger out there, that extended cab to tow that fucking fifth wheel trailer.
Yeah.
I want to
So-
brag on Brittany for a minute. The last couple rides have been at River Run, and
It's my home park.
if you've ever done something, it don't have to be mud ride. If you've ever been involved in something and it's an event and you've been invited to it and it's your first time there, and when you get to the event, there's a lot of people you don't know. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of things going on. You're trying to wrap your head around everything. But that one person emerges and just gains control of the situation and lines it out. And before you know it, you're like family. You're having fun. All the worries are gone. That's Brittany
Oh, yeah.
at
She's got it under control.
What,
These
what
entries.
I have seen with Brittany at the events is absolutely whatever she's done in the past, she's gained everybody's respect. So when she steps out, she says, "Hey, cut it out." Everybody calms down. Everybody chills out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun.
There was a guy, I don't know his name, but he was hooping, hollering,
Drunk.
fell out of his side by side,
Drunk.
all up him like side. Like he was really, really close to me.
I was trying to get like him.
Then like
I was.
33 seconds later, I never saw the dude again for the rest of the night.
Well, it's one of those when you're not there yet and he is annoying the piss out of everybody.
He's done been there, left, and came back.
He literally got to annoy the piss out of us for
12 seconds.
45 seconds, maybe. Brittany comes out of nowhere and goes, "Hey, get back in your side by side."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes, ma'am." When he got in his side by side, I was like, "Damn, I like this chick."
No, you see him
She's
to
got it
the
under
trailer.
control.
Oh, yeah. I told him straight up, you're getting on people's nerves.
That dude went straight back to his trailer.
Bye-bye.
Well, shit, yeah. But either way, you coming to Muddy Graw with us, Muddy Bottoms?
I think I am. I think I am.
You're damn sure coming to Mud Nationals with
It
us.
is. So this
100%.
is y'all's first Mud Nationals.
My first Mud Nationals.
It's
It's our first Mud Nationals now.
Okay,
I went
so-
to Mud Nationals years ago.
So what's
Yeah.
the difference in Mud Nationals, River Run, Muddy Bottoms, Muddy Graw? It's just different names. More
I just
people.
feel like Mud Nationals is just such a bigger name.
It is.
It's like
been
the
around
name.
for
It's been
so
so
long.
long.
Since
Well,
2002, I believe the
I understand
first
that, but, like-
Mud Nationals was
All right, take
Texas.
football. You got levels. So you got a game, you got a playoff game, you got semi-playoffs, and you got,
Super.
So when you say Mud Nationals, instantly my brain is like everybody from the best and the best of the countries coming to this event.
Is that the
'cause this
Super Bowl of
national-
mud events?
It's not the country, it's the world. They
I
come from
see-
all over the
I know
world.
a lot of Canada guys come down.
Canada.
Okay, so is it
Australia.
that is that why they call it Nationals? Because everybody from everywhere is coming to this event.
Yeah.
There's people that come from Canada that rent or not rent machines, buy machines just for races that they hold at Mud Nationals. They'll fly in and never touch those machines after they race them.
Yeah.
Well, at Muddy Graw, we have Lacey Blair.
Lacey Blair and Zach Pennett's coming out.
Zach
hanging out
Pennett's
with
coming.
them.
At Mud Nats, we have Lacey Blair, Zach Pennett, and we
I'm
also
trying
have.
trying to get Whiskey Biz to come down there. and
He's
hang
already
out.
committed.
Yeah, so he's coming. So Whiskey Biz, I'm sure y'all seen him. He did the 360 on his Polaris Razor.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that thing's awesome.
I
And
love
I've also
it.
got, I don't know if a lot of people know, Texas Toot. He just won the Hot Wheels Legend thing with his 454 blown Japanese Hajitsu truck. And I think he's running 52-inch tires right now. That's a monster, though. It's awesome.
And he's
gonna come down there, too.
entertaining. We're talking about him becoming a part of the team,
Heck yeah.
and then that would put Team Outlaw on the back of a Hot Wheel.
It would.
That'd be
That's pretty
sweet.
big.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That shit's just.
So what's new at Thumper, Brittany? We got new products coming. We got new innovation. Are we expanding? Are we catching rabbits? What are we doing?
All of the above, I guess you could say. We still have tons of new product coming out. We have tons of vehicles that we're right now 3D scanning. Just a lot of different stuff coming out. You just have to follow along. Make sure you're signed up for our newsletter.
You got a
we're-
newsletter. Where do you sign up for that at?
Thumperfab.com. Just get on the website, sign it up. It'll send you emails about where we're going to be, where I'm going to be, who I'm going to be with, what products are fixing to be coming out.
So are
what
we on the
products are out.
website?
Are y'all on the website?
I haven't looked. Are we?
I don't know. I know
don't
y'all
know.
are all over our social
Well, you
media.
said that it told them where you were going to be and who was going to be with you.
Oh, about me being here today?
Here today, the mud rides, the events coming
I
up.
know it's probably on Instagram for that.
Yes,
Sure.
it is on Instagram,
Yeah.
and I believe it's
You can-
on events on
You
Facebook.
can pretty much, you can look up Thumper Fab pretty much on Insta, TikTok, Facebook, whatever.
and
I
you'll
like-
see all of us.
I like the TikTok and the Insta better just because I like looking at pictures.
But if you
I-
want
my
to
big
get
thing.
your bike ready for Muddy Graw to come out and meet us, you want the best products on your bike,
come find it.
absolutely go to thumperfab.com.
Yep, thumperfab.com. Send us a message on any social media, and we'll get you fixed up for that for sure.
So you're shipping everything. Everything is set up and ready for the customer to install.
Comes
And
with
y'all have
instructions.
researched it and put the instructions and the parts and the tools needed and everything. So there's no hidden anything.
No, and it's made all under one roof in Texas by Texans. Starts with a flat sheet, comes out as a product. Bolts right up to your machine. If there's any issues with it whatsoever, you contact us. We'll get it fixed and
And if
squared
you
away.
can't get a hold of Brittany, you can call old Puddin.
Pumpkin.
Oh, yeah, Pumpkin. Call old Pumpkin, boy. I'll tell you.
Pumpkin.
And their instructions, directions, we've installed what now probably
Well, I'm
50,
just going to
60
tell you.
different Thumper Fab products.
I'm just
The
going to tell you, I don't look
only-
at the instructions.
The only one
It's so
that
easy
has
to put on.
any issues is John Michael.
I had a problem one time.
And
I had to
he
move my
said,
gas tank. My
he
hands too
said-
It
big.
took him 9 hours. It took me 45 minutes, same part.
he
Wasn't
said
you
it
putting
took,
on Nerf rails?
Yeah, my
Yes.
hands too
I did
fucking
those
big.
myself.
it took him
My hands big.
7
I
hours.
didn't think about that, though. Look at his hand.
Oh, yeah.
7
Okay.
I
hours
couldn't
to
get
do
it
the
fucking there.
passenger side Nerf rail.
For
Took me-
one side.
Took me
So,
45 minutes.
So what I did was, you know that nut that goes on the back that you screw in or whatever?
That nut.
Well, I put my fingers in there to try and get the nut in there. Well, I dropped it. Well, so then you can't.
That did
it's
not
in my
sound right.
It's in my skid plan. You know, I dropped my nut in there.
It's right there.
And fucking next
Drop
thing
your
I
nuts
know,
in the skid pan.
next thing I know, I've taken my gas tank out, slid it over. I've taken my inner fender out because I can't get my hand in there.
What I
Because my
don't
hands so big.
understand is you come out of the construction world.
Yeah.
You got damn near every tool made in your shop.
Yeah, I got to fuck some stuff.
And
in
you
there.
don't have the simplest thing that any mechanic
Oh no,
needs.
I had a magnet. I had all kind of shit that I could have done it right, super fucking easy and simply. But fuck that. It was
I
on
would
the
have
other
tore the
side of
bike
the
apart
shop.
too if my nuts was hung in the skid plate.
Yeah.
I
Like-
would absolutely tore the bike
What I
apart.
was
get it.
I was sitting
there.
on my workbench with all the hardware in the tray below me, and I was putting everything on. Well, when I was like, well, fuck it, I can put my hand in there, put his nut on. I ain't walking across the shop to get what I need. Fuck that. And there we were.
Well, see, I did just the
Looking for
exact
your nuts.
opposite.
Look at my nuts.
See, so what I was going to say is I don't look at the instructions because if you go to YouTube, type in Thumper Fab front bumper, rear bumper, whatever,
Oh, yeah.
there's a video.
It's all on there, yeah.
So then you pull the video
It's
up, you
pretty
watch the video
straightforward,
real
though.
quick. You get your parts out. You spend an extra 37 seconds and go get the proper fucking tools.
Yeah, fuck
And
that.
42 minutes later, that complete side is done with the Nerf rail, everything. And you move to the other side. Hour and a half
struggled.
later, the whole bike's
struggled.
put together.
7 hours.
Well,
on one
it-
side.
Well, there was
it
a lot of
because
beer and
there was-
cussing
I was,
and some.
I was
some stuff
really
going on
fucked up this whole time. Yeah. So, but I mean, because it's like, what had I put on? I think I put my rear bumper on first. That took me like 45 minutes or so.
You waxed Melissa's new car like 3 times.
I waxed that car like 3 times in there, but I put the rear bumper on,
And you were live on TikTok.
and then I wired everything together, and then I put the front bumper on or something, and then so at that point I'm already 10 beer in because shop beer, and then I was like,
Next thing you know, in order to install a Nerf rail, he had the front seats, back seats,
I had all
floorboards,
kinds of shit out.
all the way to the point he removed the entire gas tank.
We got to back up though. 10 beers?
Well, it took me 45 minutes to get the front bumper on, maybe an hour and a half to get the front
10
bumper on.
beers?
And you
It's-
only had
yeah.
10?
That was only 2.5 hours, boys. I was hammering.
As big as your
Do you know
ass
beer
is,
to minute
Okay,
ratio?
I don't understand.
as
We used to
big as
hammer
your
like
ass
cases
is,
in
10
under
beers
45
shouldn't affect
minutes.
you.
Yeah.
I can hammer some beers.
We used to hammer a case in under an hour.
Yeah, fuck that.
You're 10 beers.
If you
in
were just
and
sitting there
2.5.
drinking, I was working. I had to put tools down and take a sip.
No,
and
we
keep going.
were working. Hell, half of
Shit.
us
You
were
get you one of
driving or
those.
something.
One of those helmets. You can put 2 beers in.
Oh, that'd be great. Hey, I've been looking at those things. Somebody at the last ride.
Jonathan's got one.
I seen somebody had like 6 beer, 3 on each side, and straws into each one of them. I was like, motherfucker.
Okay, well,
He was
Brittany,
like,
we
We
got
need
to
to make
get
a
you.
can. We need to make a multi-can holder that hangs from the Thumper roof over
Yeah.
your head.
Oh, shit.
We need to
with
get Brittany a
straws
car.
coming down.
IV bag.
Like a fucking hamster lick.
We need to get Brittany a car so she can ride with us.
Car.
You know,
Car.
we need to get her a power car so she can
A
ride
Power
with us.
Wheels car. We stunting, boy.
We're stunting, boy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be turquoise and purple though.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're expanding our little Power Wheel adventure here.
Power
Y'all
Wheel
will see
Army.
coming soon. We're going to have a Power Wheel Army. We get Brittany on that, but we get Team Outlaw on this new Can-Am. Well, I guess you get Team Outlaw on that Polaris. It's already on one Polaris, so it's already dropped fucking value.
Shit,
But,
I'll tell you.
We get that done. Let's see what else we got, man. What you tell us? Get in here, Brittany. Tell us what is going on.
I don't know.
What is something that Thumper Fab's working on, working toward, coming in the future
That nobody knows.
that you're most excited about?
let's
Sunday
see.
being off.
Yeah. Wait, I'm not off on Sundays either.
Oh, okay.
7 days a week, full throttle.
7 days.
I'm there. I'm always there. I guess I'm just excited about what 2023's got coming. I know there's a lot of shows that we've been invited to that we've never even, heard of before, but they're extremely huge. So looking forward to that. Looking for SEMA again.
So
SEMA
what's
was
your
a huge
schedule?
hit. My schedule?
Just roughly. I mean, not every date, but like roughly for the next 6 months. What states are you going to be in? Events? You got anything?
I can say this. We can all vouch for this on this couch, but Thumper Fab is becoming a major player in the side-by-side industry.
And they did
a
it very
major player.
quickly.
You mentioned, we're going to
I
places that
saw
we've never
it.
been invited to before.
I saw it a year ago, maybe, or something like that. I have this tendency when I find something I like, I pull the browser up and I leave it. And I'll go look and talk myself into buying it or not. Like, if it's over 20 grand, I'll drop cash right there and buy it that second. If it's under $200, I will contemplate that shit for a decade. I don't know why I do that, but and then Kia walks in my office one day and he's like, "Man, you got to see this shit.
I
You
bought this
talking
new
about it?
roof.
You
It's
bought this new
badass."
roof?" I was like, "You talking about that?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, I've had it up for like 8 months. I can't make myself buy it. I want to see yours, but from that point to where we are now, which has been under a year, Thumper Fab is like everywhere. Every time I pull up Facebook, every time I pull up any social media, every time I see a bike, it's got something for Thumper on it. Every time we go to Thumper, it seems like there's more cars in the parking lot. There's more pieces being made. There's newer products coming out. You were in California. You were in Arizona. Like,
It's things just
crazy.
like we've talked about this year. Outlaw Ordinance, and we have always attended all the major shows, major events with all the big vendors, big manufacturers. This year, part of the way through 22, now through 23, we've decided we want to get out there with the people. We want
Right.
to get out there with the people that's using our product.
More
people.
public shows, less vending.
And we've got
Yes.
some exciting
So-
stuff coming for the people that
and what
we
we've
can't
seen
discuss,
is
but we got
Thumper-
some stuff coming.
Thumper's along those same lines. Brittany's out there at all the rides. She's out there at all the events with the people. So now
That's what we're getting
I
at.
think
So-
she's saying they're going to a lot more of the big events.
Right. So add that part of your schedule before we interrupted you because we just ramble and do shit. But
Oh, no, you're good.
what do you have that's like, what states are you going to be in, big events you're going to be at?
So the next one's King of the Hammers. It's
like
a-
King of the Hammers cost me and Nikia a lot of money. We didn't get a whole lot out of that. It's holding the podcast. But,
yeah, it's
So
huge.
that's side by sides and Jeeps, right?
That's side by sides. It's mainly side by side.
There are Jeeps in it because
We sponsored a Jeep.
Yes.
We sponsored a Jeep.
Yeah.
Yes.
and we saw it on TV
we have a lot
as
of
it was
cages.
breaking
I
down,
didn't
going
even
the
know it
wrong
was side by
fucking
side.
direction.
Oh,
You weren't
yeah.
even on the track.
It's desert
Everything that I
racing
seen
side
was
by
like trophy truck.
Well, they had I think they had the trophy truck, the open class, and they had side by side class. But we just focused on the open class because we were sponsoring that Jeep.
Yeah.
And when they said his name,
The only
looked
time
up
we
at the
got
TV,
any publicity on it,
and
he was
he's-
going backwards.
He's
on
going
the
backwards
track.
on the track. We're like, that's the fucking driver we sponsored. The dude that's driving
It's
backwards on
got
the
the
track.
big
That's
Outlaw
awesome.
Ordinance logo, and
That's
they're like,
fucking awesome.
"Oh, who
What's
the
the
hell is
other
this
one?
going backwards on the track? They're going
What's
the wrong direction."
There's
But it was
King
our logo.
Hammers, and there's one more that's the same thing, kinda, but it's either in another part of California or in Nevada, because he did two events. It's King of Hammers and something else.
King of the Hammers is the biggest one. It's pretty much in the middle of a dried up lake bed. There'll be about 40 to 50,000 people there.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
What are you actually doing at that show? Y'all gonna have a booth set up? Or you just going to be
We're just
there?
going to go spectate. We have a lot of people out there that's got our cages that are racing. So
Yeah, that's a lot of speed.
That's something else we
Lot-
haven't talked
It's
about.
timed course.
That's something
Yeah.
else we haven't talked about is Thumper Fab manufacturing roll cages.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't think about that because the Can-Am and Polaris, they really don't, as far as the Defender and the Ranger, they really don't touch. Y'all do more of the X3.
the razor,
the Razor, the General,
the chopped nice
chopped
cages.
lowbrow cages.
Yeah.
That
So
John
why don't we
can't
have a
fit in.
chopped
I can't fit it.
lowbrow Defender or a chopped
I want
lowbrow
to chop my
Ranger?
cage so bad I can't stand
I agree. I agree. I want to chop mine.
I mean, I've
too.
been seeing it more and more at the mud rides, so why is that not something Thumper gets into? Jeff,
Well,
JC,
Jeff.
Puddin, Pumpkin,
Jesse.
both of y'all, all four of
Jesse.
I could never chop my cage.
I want
Well,
mine chopped.
I saw one bike,
You're like
Yeah,
8
no.
foot tall.
No, you chop your seats
Oh,
too.
you chop the
You
seats
don't
too.
just chop your cage.
but there was a guy at River Run, one bike that I liked. I don't like them all. This one that he was 6'4",
Mhm.
and he chopped the cage and he chopped the seat, and then he switched to some type of seat.
He switched to X3 seats, I bet.
They
No.
were badass.
You're talking about the one that we seen when we were watching the bounty hole.
Yes,
His whole inside was completely redone. I know.
I don't know what this. You said the name of the
Yeah.
seats one
They
time.
look like Jeeps. You were parked right
Dude,
beside him.
They were.
I don't remember the name.
I'm telling you,
Like PRP seats?
it was
Mhm.
badass. I don't know what he did, but I want to do
It was
the
like a
seat
bucket
drop for
seat.
sure. Because sometimes I feel like I'm high. I want to do the seat drop for sure. Because you can ask, I like to be low and back in my seat, but
He's got-
I like to be up high.
Nah,
I can
fuck
fucking
that.
see some
I
shit
do
going on.
no, I don't want
Oh,
you to see
Cheeto
me
got
at all.
some gangster.
Gangster lane.
I about flip every 10 minutes, so I need to be able to
That
fucking
ain't no
see.
lie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I like to be up.
I didn't
I
even
don't want to
see it.
chop my seats,
Yeah.
but I want to drop my roof about 5 inches.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
I love the look of it. So, Thumper and the cages. What do they do the cages for?
So lowbrow cages is just my favorite cage that we make is the X3, and it is a lowbrow
Can-Am, baby.
Can-Am.
Can-Am.
It just overall
Can-Am.
makes the machine.
I should
Oh,
get a
it
Can-Am
looks
sponsorship for all the Can-Am.
So,
can't-
is there a chance
Yeah.
they're gonna do the Defender
So,
and the?
I brought
Ranger?
it to our R&D guy, which is Jesse. I brought it to his attention, and he was like, "Yeah." So maybe there is a chance in the
When was
future
that?
This was just when my bike was being under construction.
So we're talking about the last couple of weeks?
Yeah,
Okay, I might go with that, but I'm going to say that.
All right.
now.
last couple weeks.
Something else we haven't mentioned is I have the Thumper Fab doors on my Ranger Crew.
Yep.
Absolutely phenomenal metal doors, heavy duty, great. And I understand literally last week y'all released
Okay,
the Defender
Brittany,
door.
I'm going to move
We
a little
released-
closer to you on this couch. I'm not trying to get fresh with you. I'm trying to get away from the lightning that's finna come down.
I'll tell you what, I got the new Defender doors come out. They got that big double hinge. It's pretty cool.
The new Defender doors are on point.
Yeah,
but to
I
go
mean,
back just a
released
hair,
them.
on the Polaris doors, there
There's a
is a
few
couple of
things to work
issues.
out.
There is.
But they are on top of it. They're going to re-engineer it. But
Who knows?
the
Maybe
doors
these
that
are all
Nakia got,
all new Polaris doors.
My point is they are metal. They're not cheap plastic.
yes, they is.
Now they are a little over heavy duty for
They
the
are very
hinge
good
process.
looking doors.
But he just sent new pins
Hinges.
and hinges that are upgraded slightly from what I have.
Mhm.
So they're steadily on fixing it.
And Puddin' Pop told me that
Hood and pop.
That
It's
they-
pumpkin.
Pumpkin Pie told me that
Pumpkin pie
they're re-engineering
doors.
those Polaris doors
Mhm.
as we speak. They just got through perfecting the Can-Am, so there will be a brand new Polaris door coming out that will not have an issue.
Yes.
So
I think the issue is Can-Am so soft and pliable.
Gee,
that when you make something, it just kind of fits it. It just
If my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle.
you put
You know what I'm saying? So,
you put these
and that
drawers
one,
on the
is for
Polaris.
punkin
Yeah.
because I got to tell you. Okay, I'm sorry. I went to Thumper on my way to JTX, and Punkin gave me the tour and got me his hinges. I said something to him, and he said, "If my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle."
No,
and
he didn't.
I swear to God, and I stopped,
I
Your
can
ass
hear you
been
saying
saying
and my
that.
wife
I can hear you.
spun around and said, "Did you just say?" And she repeated it, and he said, "Yes, ma'am." It's the first person besides my father that I have ever in my life heard use the saying.
Well, I've heard you say it a million times. It never fits the story. It never goes
always
with what
fits
we're
the
talking
story.
about, and it sounds stupid as shit. And I can't imagine
It
somebody
always
else
fits the
says it.
story. It means
I can
that
see
you're full of
Pumpkin
shit
saying it.
because if my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle. True story.
I'm like, my coffee's cold. If my grandma had nuts, she'd be my grandma.
Well, when you fucking order iced coffee or hot coffee, don't drink it for 20 minutes. No shit.
No, he's bougie.
That's bougie.
He's got one of them $high $fucking cups that heats
Oh,
up and
yeah.
cools down and shit.
What?
Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
car payment. I'm talking about like 200 something. How much is that cup, Seth? $150 for
Nah.
a coffee
For
cup
a cup?
that heats his
Nah.
coffee, cools his
Does it
coffee,
stir
reads
it?
out.
It's $189 for my
See?
tumbler.
Does
See?
it stir the coffee?
No, but I can
It tickles
put,
his nutsack.
I can put cold water in it and tell it I want it 144 degrees, and in about 3 minutes, the water's 144 degrees.
Now, if that shit
Walk
ain't.
to the
I
microwave.
told you the wallet's different on that side of the couch. So,
That's pretty awesome.
I'm on the wrong fucking couch.
damn right.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Shit. All right. You know what I ate here on the way here?
But that's my tumbler. I also have the coffee cup that's just open that does the same thing. But I can get up in the morning, pour a cup of coffee, take about 3 sips out of it. It's time to take a shit. I can leave my cup sitting there. I can go take a shit, come back. My coffee's still the exact
You know what we
temperature
do?
I left.
Fix a cup of coffee, fucking drink it before it gets cold.
Does it have a lifetime
You know
warranty?
why?
Like if you break this damn
that
thing?
is how
It actually
Outlaw Way
did. I
does.
broke the lid, called the company. They sent me 2 lids in the mail.
For $189, them bitches ought to send me like
for
a book,
$189,
some
you're
stickers.
fucking right.
It's $189 and the charger's $50.
What?
It's not fucking included?
Well, it has a house charger, but I got a car charger in my
Oh
truck.
my god!
And
All
they
right,
say
guys.
I'm bougie.
All right, guys. We're at the end of this podcast. Brittany, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk. Thanks for letting us talk about Thumper. Even though Nacho, Polaris, he's got coffee cups and he's sitting on
Yeah,
his
we
wallet
ain't
and he's
shit.
propped himself
Y'all
up.
are jealous because all the player shit comes out first.
Well, actually,
Even the mud holes.
I'm gonna say it again.
Even the mud
Old
holes.
Pumpkin Pie
Polaris
told me
comes out
that's
the mud
changing.
hole first,
Yeah.
too.
But
Here's another challenge coming.
hey, if you ride side by sides, ATVs, 4-wheelers, if you're in the, it doesn't matter if you're out in the mud, the dirt. If you got one, you got to go check out Thumper Fab. They have the most innovative products out there, sleek looking, reliable,
all the way to
strong,
bed racks on my ranch. I can hit shovels on the side.
Bed
of it,
racks,
gas cans, water
gas
cans.
cans,
Spare tire mount.
all kinds of stuff. I
New
mean,
products
if
coming
you don't
all the
have Thumper products and you ain't thumping, then something's wrong with you. So you need to get checked out. But that's it for the Outlaw Way and for the boss, for
On the one-
Nacho, for Cheeto, for Brittany. We'll see you on the next one.